Alright, so we didn't get too much exciting animals there, eh? But we're here at Big Al's. They've saved the day, so we're going to watch a feeding of a big shark here in a little bit. Coming up in a couple minutes, so I'll show you a clip of him right now there. So we just got word that they're going to be starting to film or feed this shark, so I'm going to head in there and film them. Got the young lad up on the ladder here, and you guys can see what's going on. Just toying with him. What type of shark is it?
White tip breeder. I'm standing back for that reason.
Andrew, do you want to come hold him? He's heavy.
We're going to move over to the side here. So we can...
Alrighty. This is Roxanne. She's our white tip reef shark. There she go. She's about 11 years old right now. As you can see, she's pretty hungry tonight. Roxanne eats once a week here, every Tuesday night. She gets about 1.5 pounds of frozen and then thawed out and cut up prepared squid. Every week she gets the same thing because it's good, clean, consistent, easy for her to eat. In the wild, she'd be eating squid and small fish and anything else she can get her mouth on in the around coral reefs. Sharks have really big stomachs with slow metabolisms, so we don't have to feed her very often, but when we do, we have to feed her quite a bit. In the wild, reef sharks are found on coral reefs and around them. So all the places where people like to hang out when they're on vacation. So if you run into one on March break or something, or if you're going away on holidays, these are the ones you're most likely to see. They like to hunt in groups, and usually closer to nighttime. So if you see one, you'll see a whole bunch. If you're diving at night, watch out because they're on you. As you can see though, they are pretty friendly, so you don't have too much to worry about. Sharks do a lot of their sensing with their mouths though. So they may bite you to find out who you are and what they're doing in their home. But they don't mean for it to hurt, although it could take your finger. And as we feed her more and more here, you'll see she gets a bit rounder as we go. As she fills up, she takes a lap between each piece and slows down a little bit. I know, I didn't give you one that time. What are you gonna do now? Yeah.
So they do eat humans?
Nope.
What if they're like out in the wild?
They're not even close to big enough. A great white could, would. They don't really care what you are. They're 10 times your size, so
Yeah.
they'll take you on, whatever. But
Oh, so they're intimidated by size then.
oh yeah, these guys, she could grab a hold of my hand and do some damage, but she could never eat me.
Like, does she know?
She absolutely knows who I am. But other people feed her, she's a lot more aggressive and doesn't quite let them do the same things. And
How do you tell?
probably
How do you tell the difference between you and someone else?
I'm sure she can. I think a big part of it is just knowing what you're doing and being confident when you do it. But she can see different people. When I walk by the tank, she'll start swimming around.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there's some kind of element of smell. Yeah, smell's a huge one. Their lateral lines, they can tell how big someone is and how fast things are moving. So
Oh, cool.
whether or not my hand is bigger than someone else's, I have no idea. But
Okay.
I think usually it's the part where I always freak like squid when I get up here that she likes. So see, she gets pretty round there now on the belly. So probably give her 1 or 2 more pieces and stop her for the night. It's kind of leathery with a little bit of a bumpy texture to it, but they do have like a little bit of a slime coat that covers them, so it's not slimy, but it's smooth. It's like really, really dull, wet sand. Kind of the best way to think to describe it. Their skin has basically evolved over millions of years so that barnacles can't grow on it. It's a completely different texture that really nothing else in the world has. But we'll stop her there so she doesn't overeat and get sick. Because she will do that too. Oh, no. We should probably dig around the tank now for about half an hour, maybe the rest of the night, and make sure she hasn't missed anything. Maybe chase a little fish for a little while, and then try to steal her food. Not usually. She knows who they are and leaves them alone. If we put a new one in there, she'll go after it for an hour. And if it makes it, then she becomes friends, I guess. She's fine with those 3, but as soon as we put a new one in, she knows who the new one is.
Natural selection.
Yeah. But that should keep her happy for another week. And we'll feed her again next Tuesday night.
Alright guys, that was it. I'll give you a quick little tour of the store before we go too. So you guys can see lots of stuff. They got a little reptile section now. Look at this amazing coral reef tank. Then they got their koi fish tanks here. Lots of good stuff, guys. So if you get a chance, come on down. They are located on Innes Road at Blair, and lots of good stuff, like you just heard him say, every Tuesday night. So once a week, 7 o'clock, All right, guys. Ciao for now.